is a cold, miserable day out there today. Rainy, gonna rain. And I figured, well, it's been about 2 weeks since I've been up here. It's time to get back up to the layout. I got some cars to deliver that I've been repairing and putting metal wheels and Katie's on. We gotta add that to the mix. Plus, I think we're gonna finally get into the buildings. We're gonna open up all the boxes and spread out all the buildings and eyeball them and see what I got. Figure we'll add up all the rolling stock and see what kind of value we've got in those, in the buildings, just to kind of, keep finding out what this all has. I'm Ron with Classic Model Trains. Let's get into it. I'm about 2 hours in right now. I've got 8 boxes. I keep finding all this stuff at the bottom of them. Now, of course, I cleaned out the boxes and then I poured everything in, but then we've got all the broken stuff and the details that have fallen off. And I got one more box that's got just tons of details in it. And this was what I call the icky box because it's got the most amount of mouse damage on it. One more box to go. These are empty, those are empty. I think I got her sorted out. We've got things broken down, and let me show you all the cool buildings and stuff that came with this layout. These are the only 3 buildings that are skinny. They're made to be put up against the wall. And then I'm sure there's other accessories that go with them, and I gotta figure out where they are or what they do. These are always fun, just cardboard cutouts. Cheap way to add some depth to your layout for sure. I found this guy right here, yard weight scale. Some of the pieces were scattered throughout there. Here's a large metal building. It's just sitting here. I don't know where it would have went. This building here, I've not been able to find that missing corner right there. You'd think something like that would really stand out. That's a giant shot. And I wonder if, no, I can't get into it. And then we got the larger buildings right here. This says it's Flint Coat Mills. Some of the details, of course, the nice details are always missing. I'm finding windows for it, and I can find pieces, and then I put them with it. I got 2 3-bay engine houses here. Northern Pacific. I did find the majority of the parts for them. Monsters. Another one right there. The weathering's poor. That's what beginning weathering looks like. But, everybody's got to start somewhere. Supply building number 1. Whose is this? Yeah, it doesn't say. Large one though. This one here, I don't know what it is. Mostly because it doesn't have a dock. I don't know how you get anything in the building, in like real life is what I'm trying to say. Spooner's sash and door building, mostly complete, in pretty good shape. Railway Express, found the docks for it, and there's a bunch of loose pieces, parts that we gotta fix, but I think I found all the skylights, all the windows. And then of course these things here, Arley Station or whatever they might be, 2 of those, they're real common. This one, roundhouse, the kit, it's huge. It should be utilized. I mean, it's like a dang 8-bay or something like 12-bay. Huge. It's got the box and all that. I'd like to put that together. We're gonna have to build a bigger module, an area for it. Here's some of the buildings, so we're just waiting, trying to spread them out. Yard office right up in there. I don't know what this is. Is that a house? Yeah, that's a cardstock house is what that is. Or balsa. I gotta put that with the houses. Coal tipple? What is this thing? What does it do? It's missing some of its pieces, of course. Very, very filthy. This, I think it's all there. I just gotta glue it back together. Another one of them buildings. Oh, this one's got the end of it blown out. Lumberyard. This is like a barn or an outbuilding. Some scratch made something. 3 water towers, sure. Yard offices, lots of these, whatever these are called. This looks more like a telegraph than anything else. Standard electric. I think this has got a dock that goes with it. Maybe. The buildings are just getting smaller and smaller. Here's some of the fleet of cars. Javelins. So these are probably like a Tyco. They go with it, but there's some real ones mixed in here also. These are all the docks that are missing from all the buildings. And then it just goes into a wide array of broken pieces that have sifted down into the tiniest little bits. So I got to keep rooting through here to find the details that have been knocked off, and I've been busy sorting them out. Signs, wooden trestles. I think this here is kind of all the same thing. Telephone poles, sidewalks, a lot of stuff for parts right there. Yeah. Brand new stuff. Decorating, landscaping, stuff. All of it didn't get thrown away. So there was some of it that wasn't destroyed by the mouse ick. This here is a brand new kit for a 150-foot Pratt truss bridge. Chimney stacks are lighting. These groovy things here that actually light up. Very interesting. Small pieces for stuff over here. Maybe I'll find more kits or pieces that are missing. Brand new, whatever this is. Chain link fence kit. As much as these modules have been moved, this house made it. It's glued down. The fencing, even these lights right here, they do light up. I don't know why they're there, because there's one here and then there's one right there. Never have found the tops to these bridges, which is unfortunate. And then here's like our Main Street stuff right here, all the buildings. And they're small enough where they've made it through well. A lot of the details are mostly still on them. I'm sure I'll find them once we start getting to cleaning up. We could make a heck of a nice Main Street for sure. I don't know what this is. It's for loading coal, I guess. Sits over a track. Here's another one that's larger that would sit over 2 tracks. This did have a mining district on it at one time, I understand. I don't know what modules they are. Here's a house that was glued on and managed to survive all the moving in a covered bridge. Holy. Now this is part of the mine that they made, and I don't know what this is called. The top of the mine, the loader chute. This one here looks like an elevator for dumping, and so does this one right here. I'm not sure if they all go together. I'm just assuming from the way that they are. Very handmade-y. Part of the tank farm right there. And I believe that this is the other, well, not this guy, he's just hanging out. This is probably more of the tank farm, some of the industry that the layout had back in the day. These are all the residential houses back over here that I found. Some of them look really nice. Some of them, some pieces have fell off, but I managed to find them. Did I find that one? I think I gotta find a roof. And then it gets into the no man's land where this stuff is gotta have bad pee, mouse, ick, washed off of them. And these cars over here, they've all gotta be cleaned up. So these are the worst ones for sure. So we'll take care of these and get them, oh, looks like a disaster zone. Man, oh man. Look at that. How does that, oh. This building here is completely blown apart. But we'll get them fixed up. All the rolling stock that came with this thing, I figured out that I've got 27 of the 54-foot covered hoppers. There is 3 sets of 5 of the double stack 48-foot well cars. There's 20 40-foot tankers, 2 60-foot tankers, 55 box cars, 40-foot, 50-foot, 60-foot, double door, reefers. If it looks like a box and it's on 4 wheels, I call it a box car. 55 of those. 9 gondolas, only 2 center flow 4-bay hoppers, 2 flat cars, which is odd, 1 sawdust gondola thing, 3 cabooses, rail cleaning box cars, Union Pacific ones. There are 3 of those. And then the maintenance of way cars, there's 15. So that ends up with a total of 154 cars. Now these have all now got metal, most of them have metal wheels and caddies. There's just some of them that were in the brand new boxes, the blue box, that never been built. So I built those up, threw them in with my own metal wheels and caddies. But if generally you can get about $10 for a car that's got metal wheels and caddies on it on the used market, comes out to $1,540 worth of rolling stock used. Oh man. These buildings, usually you don't get much for a building, used especially, $5 if it's all built up because people just don't trust you. But God, there's got to be $200, $300 worth of buildings here. Did I do that right? The math? I mean, this is coming out all right. Everybody always asks, how much does it cost for that storage unit? It's 15 by 50 feet long. And it comes to $289 a month because of the taxes, and they got some insurance, so it's $275, and then they've got add-ons, of course. I didn't even add these in. These here, you can get 100, 140 for them. Get 50 to 60 for that. Yeah, those are there. There's passenger cars that I haven't talked about yet. Here's the Mo cars. I think I showed these off in one of the other videos right here. They're all Great Northern Mo cars. Then these cordwood cars, I bought those a long time ago. I was gonna sell them because I had so many of them and I couldn't put them on one layout. None of my layouts were big enough. But now I can put them on this one because I need as much help as I can get. Where does that go? That goes all the way to the end, to the roundhouse up there. So I need all the cars I can get. I sold just tons and tons of them last year in springtime because I didn't ever think I'd have a layout this big. Now I do. I got some work ahead of me putting together all these buildings, that is for sure. Washing them, making sure not to get the hantavirus, but it's gonna make it look a lot nicer here. Hopefully, try to get it more flowing together. That's my goal. This should be fine. It looks like I just poured my Legos in there or something like that. Soak them, get the pee loose, brush them off with the toothbrush and some soap, rinse them, dry them off. So this is what they look like after just a simple few hours of soaking them and brushing them off with the toothbrush. Can you guys name the models in there? Can you see the years? There's a Corvette. I see like a 60s Ford. Them two, I don't know what they are. 40s. I'm not much good past 60s. Yeah, looks like an old Mack semi. Vegas. Maybe they're first gen Camaros and second gen Camaros. I can't tell what those 6 are right there. Square body Chevy, sure. Internationals, ice cream truck, a Volkswagen of all weird things. Semis, although they're not in the era that I want to do them. Super hauler there. Hauling the honey wagons. There might be an old Freightliner white in there. An FLD 120. That green thing, I don't know. Some fire apparatuses. I think there's a garbage truck. Oh yeah. And then these mining things, they're like completely out of scale. For as big as they are, that ain't gonna work. And that combine is a little out of scale too. It's a little more to scale farming stuff, more of my era right here. Love the stuff to add to my trailer park. Found all these parts scattered around so I can glue these back together, and we're definitely gonna have something there. You betcha. Then I went on the Amazon and I typed in Matchbox car holder, and I found this thing here. It holds 74 of them, three of these deep. So this is going to be a lot better and safer way to store these cars than throwing them in a box, because you know each one runs like $12 to $18. The more initial purchase of buying true scale HO cars than if I would have bought Matchbox cars, because they're like $3 a piece, but they are grossly oversized for HO. Rained here for a week and a half last week. Spent this week mostly getting some work done on the RVs and getting some work done on the new campus for the train stuff around here. Always things to do. Just a quick update showing you all the cool stuff we found with cars, automobiles, and rolling stock, plus the buildings. There's a lot of really neat stuff that's going to be coming to this layout. Also, hopefully this coming weekend, I get to meet this fella named Richard, who's one of the electrician guys that helped wire it up. And he's going to show me some ins and outs of how all that stuff's working. And hopefully he can also remember where some of the buildings went and how, you know, what the scenes look like, and more learning. I know there's a couple more guys out there that were in this club that are hiding out. Reach out to me if you're watching these videos. I'd love to hear your story, hear about this layout. I think that's going to about do it for us this week. Thank you all to 33%ers that are hanging out with us. And also thank you for all the members out there supporting the channel. I'm Ron with Classic Model Trains. See you next week.